Hello everybody. I am going to be assembling the Primaris Kaplan from the Indomitus box today. I managed to get these early. You can check out the sprue here. I'm helping out a local store. Sorry about the cat here, but I just want to take a minute to really look at this sprue because it is beautiful. And I don't know if you have all seen, it comes with 3 different heads. We've got, let's start over on the other side, sorry. The standard one that I think it's shown with. Oh no, it's not. Just standard kind of bald Space Marine head with the scar. Then we have the front mask shield down. It's kind of a Grey Knights look, but I dig it. And then the new thing is where it's kind of got no lenses. And that just makes me ask so many questions about the lore on Space Marine lenses. And they just pop out. Or whatever it is, I love this helm. I really love this kit. It's beautiful. The big shield with the skeleton is perfectly grimdark and over the top. The dead Necron, oh, so cool. All right, so I'm gonna get my tools. Where'd I put my clippers? And I'm gonna start clipping this guy. These are all snap tight, easy build, as Games Workshop always seems to do with their starter boxes. I don't know if they're calling this one a starter box, but it's early in the edition. The first box for it might as well be a starter box. So I'm going to call it a starter box. Let's see. And this is my first time doing a video like this. If you've got questions or comments on how I can improve, please let me know. I've got a jury-rigged cell phone recording all this because my webcam is terrible. For the head, I don't know which one I want to use. Man, that's always a tough call. I'm going to try this new weird one. Yeah, something different. Okay. Got this crazy, I think it was Fiskars, but it's made for holding like this and cutting paper. But I really like that it just fits in my hand nice and snug, and it's not all on my fingers to do all the cutting. So I'm going to slice off this slag. And I know some kits have a little harder plastic. This one seems normal. With a lot of other starter boxes, like Dark Imperium, when I was putting the Plague Marines together, and even the Primaris, I found the pegs would sometimes be a little too long, almost. There we go. So I'd clip them, but it's been a long time since then. We've had a lot of kits, so I'm going to give Games Workshop benefit of the doubt and just assemble this one as is. See if we need to do much extra. I'm just going to shave off some of that extra bumps, any extra work to get these to fit together. But the first thing I'm noticing is there are mold lines. They're unavoidable almost. Let me see if I can get that in focus. Right there. But they're tiny. Just one quick pass with the X-Acto knife. It's the traditional down the leg and down the foot. Brushes off easy enough. And the easy build stuff we started to get en masse with 8th edition was a little bit of a hassle. Some of it had some nasty mold lines and the pegs were difficult. This is better. This is so much better. I don't know if it ever bugs you. The plastic isn't discolored. Or not discolored, but colored. It always throws me off when I'm priming to see like a bunch of blue or green. Yeah, there we go. Instead of gray. That is pretty dang cool. I am going to have to make one of those wearable. And I guess I'd put the lenses on the top so you'd close it and the lenses would go on. Do you want to focus? There we go. That is crazy detail. And I don't really have any need to clean that. All right, I'm going to put a little cat hair. I got 4 cats. Cat hair gets everywhere. Games Workshop plastic glue on this. I like the plastic glue, but I hate how it pops out. And slide it into the back. Sorry for these shots where it's just fingers. I know that's what everyone gets on YouTube to see is, here's a bunch of fingers. Take a quick look. We got a peg and basic outline, just a little bit of glue all up there. Make sure I get the sides of the peg. Let's see if this fits in snug, how easy it goes together. Very easy. Yeah, that's a huge improvement. They have learned a lot. Oh wait, did I miss some old line? Nope, not really. They've learned a whole lot. I'm just gonna hold that gently, I guess. I mean, I've had to get clamps on some of the older kits. This is fantastic. Already I'm very excited. Now we're gonna get the arms on. Let's clip these things off the sprues. Oh my gosh, this sword. Oh, so cool. You know, it's simple, but new and awesome. Oh, the pommel. The guard is so cool. And it's got little kind of almost chaos spikes. I love it. I like the guard, the pommel. The grip is very standard, almost chainsword-like. But simplicity in the blade, all the detailing, it's great. I'm going to make one of those. I am going to make a big one. My other hobby is 3D modeling and 3D printing. And I started with Warhammer props. And it is just a blast to see this kind of weapon on a mini and then hold it in your hands. That was very easy to clip. What else we got? Oh, the shield. Shield arm. Oh, he's got like a vial. I know I've been playing since like 5th edition. And Space Marines always have weird stuff hanging from their arms. Why's that guy got a key in a box? This just kind of looks like a holy vial thing. Kind of surprised it's not a bullet with, excuse me, I guess leather straps on it. Let's get that uneven surface smoothed out a little. Another reason I like this tool is I have so much control with my palm that I can get very quick cuts toward and away from me. And I know that the golden rule is never cut towards yourself, but I'll break it. All right. Sorry if I keep going up. I'll get better at that. A little bit of glue. You know, let me get the edge too. I don't know if any of you have ever had one of these minis where the peg breaks, but it is just the worst. Okay. That was easier than I thought it would be. Sometimes I have issues when the peg goes out to the side. Where did I put the sword? Because, you know, I just want to jam the sword on there with the arm, but it comes in from the back. So, a little bit of glue in here, a little bit of glue out there, and slide this in. Oh yeah, nice and snug. There we go. Ooh. No, maybe. Well, I was just thinking, could you replace the shield with a bolt pistol or a bolter? You pop like a trinket or a shield right there, a little one, like on the lieutenant. But that leather bound might look weird. Hold on, let me see if I've got a guy with a gun handy around here. That doesn't look ridiculous. I do not. Wait. Here we go. All right, here's the lieutenant. He's kind of in the opposite pose. I could see it working, but I worry about how clunky that leather wrapping is. I'm definitely going to buy one of these when they release and convert the heck out of it. Okay, next up. Oh, hey, it is the shield. You don't even need to cover that little thing. Well, the chest shield. I honestly don't know what these are used for in lore. They're like little Chaos Knight ion shields. Don't look in the camera while you're recording. Look at what you're doing. But Space Marines love them. Now, I'm a Space Wolf player, and they don't ever use these. Kind of gives me a Grey Knight feel. That's where I've seen those old school Grey Knight Paladins. That's pretty awesome. Best part, the shield. Oh, man. I'll be able to really get a good look at how that gun looks. Well, potential conversion. Here we go. Skeleton dude. Oh, man. Hold on. Here's where it gets tricky. You can see that skeleton, that head is barely held on up there. So do I want to clip the 3 and the 1, or the 1 and then the 3? I'm going to do the 3 and the 1. Oh, that's kind of a bummer. I just can't stand when kids do that. I always get so worried that it bent a little. I'll get a nasty plastic bend, warp the plastic, and it won't sit right. But that wasn't too bad. I think if you're careful, it'll work out well. But scraping this part off, oh man. You know, not as bad as I had thought. Not as bad at all. I am impressed. I'm impressed with this box set. I'm very impressed with the minis. As salty as I might have been that my armies went from here's all my Grey Hunters and my Blood Claws to here's a Primaris Marine. He's better. Deal with it. I've kind of embraced the Primaris, and I'm glad they're Space Wolf, or not Space Wolves, Assault Primaris, so I can feel like a Space Wolf again. Instead of a standard Marine who's just a little bit better at hitting. Oh man, I guess I'm still just a standard Marine. Oh well. Maybe one day we'll get more. But for now, this looks like a tricky one. So we got the 2 pegs, and oh, crud. I'm mostly worried about how it's going to connect with the rib cage. Okay, it'll all be hidden, and it's kind of in the lamp. So I'll just put a little bit of glue in there. Hope it finds its home. Whoop. A little dot right there. Sometimes I'll use other brands of super glue for big projects because the smell of plastic glue gives me a headache, but on little projects like, you know, a character Space Marine or just Space Marines in general, infantry, I love the Games Workshop glue. For tanks, I'll use any other glue. That is amazing. So amazing. Oh, the pose for this Marine is just perfection. Holding that shield up, I don't need to freaking arm it. Boom. Just need to hold it. It's definitely a leadership pose in 40K. So slather some glue on that. Pop this awesome shield on. Nice and snug. Oh man, now we got the backpack and the base. Oh, so cool. That is something else. Oh. If you're gonna paint this guy really nice, definitely do the shield separate. See, he's got a lot of detail hidden behind that, and I would not want to get a brush in on that purity seal. And then getting in on this detail in here could be a hassle too. But if you're painting that cautiously, you don't need to take my advice. I'm just going to clip the rest of this out so I don't have to keep picking up my clippers. Oh yeah, and it's got this really cool base. That is awesome. Just basic ruins. I'd love a set of bases like this from Games Workshop. Nothing fancy, no sector mechanicus. Just plain old dirt and stone. You can do so much with dirt and stone with some fake grass or snow or really anything. The sky's the limit with a good foundation. Toss that aside. All right. There's my main dude. Get his backpack. Trim off these little bits. Slight agitation is also the gates being right here on a curved part. it's been like that as long as I can remember. So I'm trusting that it's there not just to make everyone angry, but because it's a smart spot. Ooh, something I'm really glad about? No gate on the bottom. The lieutenant had a gate down there, and it's always hard to get that off. But really flimsy up here. So be careful when you put this one in. Make sure you get a little glue on the side of the peg. Yeah, now with all these pieces, here we go. Ooh, that one is snug. Lined up pretty well though. Oh yeah, that's a nice iron halo. I think that might be my favorite iron halo. That is cool. Okay, dead Necron time. Let's get this guy. Clean him up a little. That's not too hard. If I had to rate, whoopsie, this box set against any of the past Games Workshop box sets, well, I guess starter boxes, this is definitely one of the best when it comes to easy build. What do we have? Dark Imperium and Dark Millennium. We had it was Blood Angels against Chaos Space Marines. Yeah, and they had the Chosen. That one was a tough kit to build because the pegs did not work at all. That's where my origin of hating peg models came from. I just clipped all those pegs off on those ones. The kits were cool though. The Chosen were mind-blowing. All the Chaos Space Marine stuff was just fantastic. And like so many other people who played back then, I converted the bananas out of all the bikes and everything. Oh, I'm looking at the instructions over here, trying to figure out where these go. You don't have to put the dead Necron on the base. This guy can take the place. Just put a little ruin down there. Bam. Or dead Necron, because the best thing for a base is a corpse. Let's dry fit that thing. Oh, whoa. Check it out. The bottom of the Necron is molded specifically to fit this instead of just like a flush bottom. I dig it. Yep, we're putting glue on this. This is too cool. I'm going to get a little around the peg slot. Just slather that on like it's ketchup. No one will notice. If you're eyeballing the dead Necron on my base, I haven't done a good job painting the Space Marine. Yeah. Oh, so they also give you a smaller base to put them on. This has a lot of options. That is fantastic. But I gotta go with the big base. I'm not gonna glue him because he's a peg and I'm gonna want to take him off to paint him. But I am gonna glue him. Oh, no, I'll just stick the pegs in. All the 40 mil bases come like this, with those really smooth cuts all the way through into the peg holes, which, if you didn't know, these peg holes were originally put there because all the pewter minis used to have these big gates on the bottom to stick in the pegs because pewter and plastic don't play well. Nice. Oh, man. Yeah. That is insanely cool. It's a big belt buckle. I like the cloak covers up the torso too instead of just coming out of the belt. So many purity seals. Oh man. This is so much cooler in person than it is on the box of the web. I can't wait for you guys to get this. Thank you for watching, and I'll be sure to do some more later if I feel like it, which I will. This was a lot of fun.